Do we need an egg in this trying time? Sure, why not? What's your egg cracking method, chat? I used to bash them on the side of a bowl to crack it a little bit and then open them. And I had pretty good success with that. But now I get a plate and I just hold the egg up above the plate and I just drop it on the plate. And dropping it makes it kind of bash it on the side. And then I just pick it up and put my thumbs into the little crack that made. And I get a lot less shell. Unhinged? I recommend it. You are a savage? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Your hand is wet? What do you mean my hand is wet? How do you crack a boiled egg? I simply do not partake. You should crack your eggs on a flat surface, not a corner. Yeah, that's what I've started doing, but I'm just dropping on a plate, like a flat plate. What if you break the plate? Hasn't happened so far. How do you judge the height to drop it from? Vibes. I don't know, it's like a foot drop. That's it. Joe, why are you like that? What do you mean? What's wrong with this method? Don't your hands get sticky if you're doing it like that though? Okay. How are you cracking an egg without getting at least a little bit of egg gunk on your hand when you open? I don't understand. Like what's the alternative here? Is there some egg tech I don't know about? It creates a dirty plate where there needn't be. How are you cracking eggs without dirtying something? You can do it with one hand pretty easily. You're still getting your hand dirty. No? Okay. Maybe we're talking about different things. How are you using your hands, cracking an egg, and then opening said egg without getting at least like a marginal amount of fucking egg on your hand? Why crack the egg though? Because you have to fucking open it. Like, what do you mean? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? By opening the shell, you don't put your finger on the opening. What? Think Spock. That doesn't help me, Merrick. You crack it, then open it like a Pokeball. Yeah, that's what I do. And you usually get a little bit of fucking egg on you when it bursts out, right? At least a little bit. My hand. Oh, I'm sorry. Like this is the way I'm describing it. Do you think I'm just getting like egg residue all over my fucking hand, and it's just like fucking, just like oh my god, I'm such a psychopath? Like no, just like you open the egg afterward, and I get just like a tiny little bit of thing on my thumb, maybe, if at all. It does sound like that, yes. Why? Hold on. Do you think that when I fucking crack the egg on the plate, that I'm like, it's fucking just smashing open all over the place? I drop the egg on a plate, right? This causes a tiny fracture, some might even say a break, on the side of the egg. The egg is intact. Nothing is leaking out of the egg, okay? Then I pick up the egg, and then I open it, and then the egg comes out into the bowl. Were you all like fucking imagining that when I drop the egg on the plate, it just goes splatters everywhere, and now I have this fucking like soup of eggshell and egg that I have to fucking like fish out? What do you mean? Yes? But that's not what I said. That's exactly it. I asked how you crack an egg, right? So how I used to do it was, I have my bowl that I'm putting the eggs in before I put it in the pan. Sometimes if I'm just making an egg, I'll just crack it on the side of the frying pan and just open it up, okay? Now, my new tech is, I learned from YouTube, is that I just drop the egg a little distance onto like a flat surface, usually a plate, because I don't want it to go on the counter in case something goes wrong, but so far it hasn't. And then the impact of it falling just creates a really easy to open fucking fracture point that's way better than cracking it on the side of like a sharp point, and has fewer fucking egg pieces that end up in the final product. Why don't you just break it with the side of a fork? Because when you do that, I find that the impact of doing that sends pieces of the fucking shell inside the egg. Sometimes, not always, sometimes. And I feel like it's more consistent to just have like a flat crack that you could open up without having fucking eggshells inside. Why don't you just crack it against a flat surface without dropping it? Vibes and aura, my weeb! Aren't you? Fuck, it's just great. It's such a good trick. Hey, let me show you. Drop in the egg. Boom. You thought it would break it everywhere, but it didn't. It actually stays mostly intact and just fucking open it up. I need to see this in action. Okay, hold on. Is this it? Is this it? This is TikTok. I don't want to go on TikTok. What the fuck is Joe cooking? Eggs! I'm cooking eggs! Eggs chatter. Egg! I'm not gonna be able to find it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Okay, I'll find it for next stream. I'm so mad. See you with the cross. Apparently you can powderize and boil eggshells as a good source of calcium. Can you really? That's cool. Chickens are so fucking stupid. Why would you like go to all the trouble of making an egg that comes out fully formed even if like they haven't been fertilized? They're so fucking dumb. Evolutionary, why? Why are you wasting so many fucking resources and making yourself so susceptible to fucking being farmed by a superior being? By like continuing to produce eggs even if you haven't like been like with the fucking another chicken. It's so fucking dumb. We domesticated them into doing it? I don't think that's true. Is that true? We didn't selectively breed chickens to... They've always been like that, right? We probably selectively bred the chickens that make the biggest eggs and like maybe lay more eggs, but like making eggs, like we didn't do that, did we? Which came first, chat? Chickens that naturally don't produce eggs consistently. This is due to humans forcing it, and the bodies of hens are very weak. The hens in the egg industry usually have extremely weak bones and cannot walk because their calcium is totally depleted due to the amount of calcium required to form an eggshell. Okay, that is to be expected that we selectively bred them to do it more often, but we didn't selectively breed the chickens to always be producing eggs, even if they haven't, you know, copulated with another chicken, right? They've always been like that. Are all birds like that? Do all birds produce eggs in that way? Every domestic animal is selectively bred. Okay. Oh my god, I know. Of course I know that. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Yes, all birds do. All birds do it, yeah? It's just something they all... Is there some, like, exceptional bird somewhere that doesn't do it? Does that mean dinosaurs did it too? Did dinosaurs lay unfertilized eggs? How would you crack a dinosaur egg? I mean, probably a 2-foot drop instead of 1. I would take it from there, yeah. Possibly a bigger plate. Exclamation mark bread. Why are you interested? Would you need a bigger drop for a bigger egg, or would you actually need a shorter drop because it's heavier? Huh. Oh shit. Okay, what kind of eggs can you... Okay, quail eggs and turkey eggs. You can get quail eggs. Can you get turkey eggs? What? Bigger? I don't know if you would. Ostrich egg. We need an ostrich egg. We need to get an ostrich egg, and we need to see. We need to test it. I think it needs to be the same in drop. I think you might be right, actually. Depends on the thickness of the shell. But if it's thicker, it's heavier. I think that the semi-terminal velocity of an egg is going to be uniform across all eggs. I'm saying it. That's my thesis. I would now test it. My hypothesis. I think I would try it. Yeah, for sure. A bigger egg would have a thicker shell, but it would also be heavier, and therefore it would fall with more force when you let it go. We need to go to the moon. I'm probably the only person in chat who has cooked an ostrich egg. I can give some insight. How thick is the shell? How far? Okay, what's your egg cracking technique, and how did you crack the ostrich egg? I cracked it with a large hammer. How large? Like a hammer that's used for hammering in nails? Like a handyman hammer for nails. So the egg was that sturdy, or is this the typical way? If you were holding an ostrich egg in your kitchen and you had it at, like, I don't know, like chest height, sternum height, if you drop the egg, would it crack? Or are they just that fucking sturdy, bro? How do they hatch if they have to use a hammer? As the baby ostrich develops, maybe it like draws nutrients out from the shell itself and it softens or something. As for the shell, it was thick and sturdy, as in much sturdier than chicken egg, even relative to their size. Really? Okay. I need to get an ostrich egg then. They're probably illegal, aren't they? You can't just order ostrich eggs online. Just eat the evidence. Good strategy, actually. Okay. It also had a gummy layer under the eggshell that was much more durable than the chicken egg equivalent. Gummy layer. Wait, did you hard boil the ostrich egg and then open it? You would know this if you played 100 line. The fucking terrifying statement. Just tap the egg on a flat surface. If you crack it on an edge, you'll more or less get an eggshell into the egg. Pro chef top. Okay, you're a chef. You don't need to say that you're a top after that, okay? That's the top is implied. All right. Isn't this just the same, except it's more awesome to just drop the egg instead of giving it a tap? Like, I don't know how to control the strength. I'm a very strong boy. What if I tap too hard and then it just breaks open all over the place? It happens a lot, okay? I'm saying you just let it go. And it's the same every single time. It's going to be consistent every single time. I'm eating to get calories. Why would I waste more calories doing physical labor by cracking eggs when I could just let it go and let the Earth's gravity do it all for me? Sorry to all the Pathologic fans that this has turned into fucking egg talk with Jay Andy. May I ask why the awesomeness is such a huge factor? You're dropping eggs and they're not breaking. It's great. Every single time I'm like, this shouldn't work. It's like a cheat code for real life. Go do it. It's so fun. You just drop it and you're like, huh, it didn't break open. That's weird. And you lift it up and it's got a perfect fucking like dent in it that opens up so well for the egg to come out. It's great. Knowing that if I went and got my camera and filmed this right now, it would be the only time that I've done this, that the whole egg would just shatter and splatter everywhere. Fills you with fucking determination. Sorry to bring it up again, but I just used a fucking tape measure. Are you really dropping the egg from over a foot above the plate? This is so high. I don't know. I'm eyeballing it. All right, 1 second. Honestly, yeah, probably a little over a foot, actually. I would start with a foot and see. Ceramic plate, I'm guessing? Yeah, ceramic plate, yeah. There's no way, Joe. I made my fucking gym kibble the other week with fucking 12 eggs. And every single one of those eggs was cracked via this method. And not a single one splattered everywhere. I put fucking a bunch of ground beef, a fucking bacon, fucking frozen taters, and 12 eggs. Okay, I'll try it, but if my fiance gets mad, it's your fault. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. You can tell on me. It's fine. You can blame me. It's okay. Might as well learn how to throw them at this height for a cool trick. Oh, that would go hard. Oh yeah, if you start off at half a foot and you throw it half a foot up in the air and then it drops, will that land with the same force or will it somehow be more? Because it wouldn't inherit anything that you did with like. No, it wouldn't, right? It would be the same force, right? How much better is this than your old bowl edge method? I would say that maybe a third of the time, smashing the eggs on the edge, I would get some bits of egg in it. And I think of the 12 eggs that I cracked by falling on the bowl, I think I only had one that I had to fish out some eggshell. So maybe I will also, admit and float the possibility that I was just hitting the eggs on the side of the edge too hard and embedding shell. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But like, this is consistent every single time. So it's very possible that you might get good at smacking the eggs on the edge and get consistent at that and you don't need any help, but I do because I'm dumb. So that's that. Yeah, but this is foolproof as far as I'm concerned. Take it from me, a fool. Edge eggs do send shards of shell into the egg. That's true. Yeah, You can't get entertainment with this from any old streamer. Fucking highlight of the week. Avarisi is just like rubbing their hands together right now, waiting for the egg to hatch. Just fucking yes, yes, here we go. Egg talk with J Andy. Perfect, perfect. Would you use the same method for a hard-boiled egg? I don't know. I don't eat hard-boiled eggs. I don't eat a lot of eggs. Mostly because I keep getting shell. I find that when I eat eggs by themselves, this is a bit gross, I'm sorry, I said it once before. I find it when I eat eggs by themselves, it makes my burps taste funny. It does something to my tummy that I don't like. So like eggs and other things is good, but just eggs by themselves, just kind of a weird response to it. So I don't eat a lot of eggs usually. Have you tested whether you get egg burps after dropping the egg? Maybe it brings an equilibrium to their humors. Maybe, I don't know. Like it puts a spin on the egg inside and it just, makes it coalesce better. I don't fucking know. I haven't made just like scrambled eggs or an omelet with fucking with this method yet. It was scrambled eggs that I put into another meal. Maybe if after you hold up the egg, you do give it a little bit of a spin and it spins while it falls. Ooh, maybe that would be good. Joe, just buy an egg cracker, please, and have a uni tool that I don't need. Yes, you need it. I don't need it. I can drop eggs from a foot onto a plate, and I don't need it. What do you mean? I understand that what I just said sounds fucking insane. I don't have a dedicated egg cracking plate. I use the plate for other things too. Joe, I think you should stop before people think you generally do this and try it. You should try it. It works. I'm telling you, you haven't lived until you've dropped an egg from like a foot height onto a plate and it hasn't broken, and then you can just like open it and you're like, huh, that went well. Fuck it, I'm trying it, report back. It does work, I'm on Joe's side. Yeah, people who know. I didn't discover this. This isn't a Joe original technique. This is learned behavior. Bet you couldn't crack an ostrich egg with this method. I bet I could. I just might have to do it at a higher height. For science, are you holding them horizontally, tip to toe, or vertically when you drop them? I am holding them. So the longer side falls on the plate. So like I'm holding like the tip and the butt in like index finger and thumb, and I'm holding it like it's flat, like it's laying down. And then just drop it. The fuck is the longer side? Well, that's going in the Merrick Fast Pass folder. The longer side. This is like when I had that argument on Twitter and people were like, what do you mean the top of the bread? The fucking like the slice and the top of the crust tastes different than the rest of the crust. And like, what do you fucking mean the top of the bread? Everyone knows what we're talking about. All right, where's the Merrick Fast Pass folder? Okay, this is an egg. All right, this is an egg. We all agree this is an egg. It's a nice egg. This is an egg. Okay, this is a chicken egg, maybe. I don't know. This is an egg. All right. Now, clearly, one side is longer than the other sides. This here longer than this side here and here. Okay, this part is the long one. Side. Okay, but like obviously it's round, but like the chatter was asking what part of the egg fucking lands. What else would you say other than side? So like you hold it here, thumb here, finger here, and this side should be the one that slams into the plate. Or to do it in a sumari, boom. This here. So you lift up the egg like this, and then you let it go, and it falls down, boom, like that, and then this part now has a dent in it, and you open it up there, and it results in less eggshell in your egg. That's not a foot high. This is not to scale. The egg is huge. What are you talking about? Do you crack like eggs like this in front of other people, or is it this, the shame too strong? I know it may become as a surprise to you, considering everything I just said and how cool I sounded, but I live alone. so no, I have not cracked eggs like this in front of other people. All right, let's save it. You've lost the trust of hundreds of people with this egg shit, and I will gain it back if you tried it. It works. How foolish are you gonna feel when it works? How much egg is gonna be all over your face when you realize I was right and you were wrong? 0, because you cracked it with the superior method. I'm still not wasting a fucking. How are you wasting a plate? How is it solving a problem in the first place if you just don't get eggshell in your eggs? Yeah, if you don't like the aura and vibes of dropping an egg, and also you have no problem with your current method, then yeah, don't do it. If my egg doesn't crack from a foot high, I assume about 30 centimeters. How much do I raise the height to be safe? I don't know, maybe 5 centimeters at a time. Just like putting the pin on different increments of weights at the gym until you get a good result. I feel like if you do drop it from that height though, and then you go higher with the same egg, you might have weakened it, and it might shatter. I don't know. I use a knife to crack an egg. My aura is stronger than yours, Mr. Streamer. I don't think so. Isn't that going to be messy? Or are you just using, could you use anything that's blunt just to make a little bash and then you open it up? Like, you're not breaking the egg with a knife, are you? Yeah, like a little bash. That's fair enough. Yeah, that sounds like a good method. I think dropping them is cooler though. But using a utensil is not bad either. You're dirtying a plate that's messier? Okay, I don't know why. You're hearing something that I'm not saying. Nothing comes out of the egg. Like, when you drop the egg, it doesn't, like, make goop come out of the egg. The egg structural integrity is still intact. It's just got a dent in it now. The membrane under the shell is still there. It doesn't break open. Why even use a plate then? Just in case. Maybe I don't need to use the plate. Eggs are dirty on the outside? Just wash the plate then. Just wipe it down real quick. You're still justifying your sanity? As Sarah said, chat is egging me on, so. I know this works, but I think only TikTok life hacks could come up with this egg method. It's the same level of discovery as the first dude who thought to milk a cow? What do you mean? Are you saying that it's simple and well known? Because, fuck, this is news to chat. What do you want Egg Chan to look like? Well, she... Okay, I'm not saying that. Fuck.
Have you met a courier?
I don't want to say it. It's lewd. It's not going to be as lewd as you think now, but I don't want to say it. It's going to get flooded with question marks. Some people are going to laugh. I don't want to say it. Now you... Just make sure she's into impact play. Mouse got it. I knew she would. Impact, like, cause she's getting dropped and there's an impact. It's only like a 60 centimeter drop. That would hurt if you fell 60 centimeters. Like if you were prone. Joe, fucking hell. Why the fuck are you asking me that? How does one fall 60 centimeters prone? If someone like lifted you up and then dropped you, or if you like teleport at the wrong orientation maybe, and then you just fell, I think it would hurt. Wouldn't it? I think it would hurt, yeah. I tried the egg thing in front of my wife and she said it wasn't cool. She didn't not say that it was cool. She said that it was not cool. Okay. Did it work though? This is what the last Pathologic 1 stream will be remembered by? Yep. It cracked perfectly first try. Exactly. I take this as a win. I don't give a shit. See, thank you for confirming, Simple. Thank you. A simple confirmation. Thank you very much. We're swaying people over. Around the world tonight, there will be hundreds of weaves lifting up an egg and letting it go. It works. You're welcome, King. Now I have to eat this fucking... You didn't even want an egg and you did it? Does your method work with cooked eggs too? I don't know. It's not my method. It's not my... I didn't discover this method. It's not my method. Joe, can you look up how to say egg in Polish? I've been so to you for a while and I've never heard you say my nickname. Normally I ignored it, but I guess if it's today's theme. Jajko. Egg in Polish. Jajko. Enjoy cracking eggs on plates whenever you get a chance, chat. Just want on record that I tried the egg thing. It rocks, work great, and my partner thinks I'm insane. I'm glad it worked out for you. Annie for Press tried it and the egg shattered, so I don't know how that works. I also tried the egg thing. It was awesome. I know, right? Egg thing. Imagine missing a stream. Jokes aside, I got some nerve damage, so the egg thing is legitimately helpful. Like, huh? Yeah, cooking is easier now. I just think that... Okay, all right. So let's recap. Okay, all right. Instead of taking the egg and like tapping it against like the edge of the bowl or the edge of the frying pan or whatever, or anything like that, what you can do instead is that you hold it up over a flat surface, probably a plate. Okay, you hold it up and you have it lengthways, you know, between your finger and thumb, and you just let it go, and you just drop it onto a plate, onto a flat surface. Okay. Now, I think you should drop it from about a foot high. You could maybe go a little lower than that if you're a little nervous, that sort of thing. You just drop it. Now, here's why. The structural integrity of an egg, when you hit it on the side like that, is strong enough that it won't break. It won't break, it won't shatter. Now, there are two different ways to do it. You can go a little higher and you'll get a clean break in half that you can then pull apart, or you can go a little lower like I do, and it'll just make like a little dent in the egg that you can then just open up and you have absolutely no mess. Now, I want to be clear. This results in like virtually zero, if you do it right, virtually zero egg residue on the plate, on the surface. Like, it doesn't break open and splatter everywhere, then you have to scoop it up. It breaks in a way that you can pick it up and the membrane inside holds still. And then you can just, you know, lift up the egg and just crack it open over whatever you need. Okay, that's what you do. Now, some people say, why would I do that when I can just get the egg and just tap it with my hand on a flat surface? And to that I say, you do you. I'm not your dad, not yet at least, so I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want. If you have the culinary skills to be 100% perfectly consistent with your tapping strategy, that you're always going to be tapping it at the right strength, that you don't like over tap or under tap, then great. However, here's why I think that it's cool to do the drop method. It's cool to do the drop method because it's going to be the same every single time. Every single time it's going to be the same. Secondly, it just looks fucking awesome. It just feels good. You're dropping eggs and not breaking. It's like you found a cheat code for the world, right? However, if you're really great at tapping the eggs, then just tap the eggs. It's fine, whatever. Now, why would you do this? Why would you want to do this like flat like tap method or flat drop method compared to just like breaking on the side? And the answer is because sometimes when you break an egg on the side of something sharp, it'll go into the egg and shatter the membrane, and it'll start spilling out a bit sooner, resulting in some residue getting all over the side of the pan or whatever. But also, the biggest one for me is that when you break it on a sharper, not sharp, but sharper surface, some of the egg can get pushed inside. The shell can be pushed inside the egg, and I don't like pieces of shell in my eggs. So it's just, you know, a way of getting fewer pieces of eggshell in your eggs. There you go. There you go. Give it a try. Also, if you're in Europe, you should be washing your eggs because they don't wash eggs in Europe, which is why you can get eggs. Eggs aren't refrigerated in Europe, but they are over in Canada and America because we wash our eggs in the factory. There are pros and cons for each. Like, it's not one isn't just like completely better. But yeah, you should be washing your eggs. Oh, fuck off, eye roll. What do you mean? Pain dismissed the moment you said wash eggs. You should rinse them. When a chicken poops an egg out, like, I don't know, they must do some kind of like, I don't know, like maybe they wipe it off or something, but they don't wash it properly. So like, that's why you're not getting, that's why they don't have to refrigerate it. Nah, I don't care. All right, enjoy your shitty ass fucking residue all over your egg shells or anything like that. Okay, cool. Bro, you're cooking the egg, right? Yeah, okay, so two things. One is that you're breaking open the shell. Now your hands are holding, unless you're putting gloves on. If you're putting gloves on, I guess that's fine. Like you're holding like shit covered egg as you're breaking it open. There's a chance that when you break it open, there might be some amount of like contact with the egg that goes on the outside of the shell. If you're fine with that amount of contact, then sure, whatever. If you're boiling your egg though, if you're hard boiling your eggs, then fucking hell, man. Like do you really want to put like your shit covered eggs into the water that you're boiling the food in and then crack it open? Like, I don't know. Like, it'll be safe. Like, you know, it'll sterilize it if you cook it long enough, but I don't know. I'm still not happy about that. I wouldn't eat sterilized poop. Bad news, you almost certainly have. Yeah, of course, but you know, you want to avoid it, right? Just because you can't control for the variable completely doesn't mean you're gonna try to control it. Eh? What do you mean, eh? Well, I can't prevent myself from eating sterilized shit throughout my whole entire life, therefore I'm not even gonna try to minimize it. What do you mean, eh? I'm getting some big 8-year-old Joe vibes right now, arguing with his parents saying, why do I need to have a shower when I'm just gonna get dirty again anyway in a couple days and need another shower? Let's just stop having showers and I'll just stay dirty, Lamayo. Have you ever poached an egg? I have poached an egg, yeah. I just did the egg trick, but some of the eggs white got onto the plate. Maybe you dropped it too high. I don't know if eggs regionally are the shells are stronger in different regions, so you might have to experiment with the height a little bit, yeah. Just like you'd have to experiment with doing the tap on a flat surface, yeah. I'm really excited I don't like the taste of eggs. I like eggs, but I usually like eggs with other stuff. A fried egg can go pretty hard, but like too many of them and I start to feel a little sick. Shouldn't really wash eggs. The way they wash them in the US, ECC, what? Is a specific way. If you use water at home, it's actually more dangerous from what I know. How is it more dangerous to give your dirty eggs like a rinse or a wipe down? What? Is this the same sort of thing as like rinsing raw meat before you cook it? Just makes the bacteria spread out all over the place? I'm pretty sure that if you got, like, I don't know. I would probably not go as far as to make like hot, soapy water. I wouldn't go that far. I would probably get a paper towel and like get it wet, and I would just wipe the egg down, and that's it. That's pretty much clean enough for me. Just getting all the residue off of it, like any of the chunks, anything that's on there. I would just do that. I never in my life washed an egg. If you're in Canada or America or any region that washes their eggs before you buy them, then you don't have to. If you buy your eggs at a place that the eggs are being refrigerated at the store, then they're already washed. How do you feel about potato skin? I like potato skin, but I clean potatoes before I cook them. They're not dirty in EU? Yes, they are. They specifically are. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just assuming that Europe is better than other regions. Like, I don't know why some Europeans have this thing, but they're just dirty, yeah. Europe doesn't wash their eggs. That's why you can buy them in the store without them being refrigerated. Potatoes are dirty. Oh, we're talking about potatoes. Oh, they do some amount of cleaning when you buy potatoes, right? Like, I still smell like an earthy kind of dirt smell off of some potatoes, though. I like to rinse them, and sometimes I take a knife to them, and if there's any like really bad parts of the skin or any like I don't know what they would call it, like dimples that are like kind of dark and look kind of weird, I usually just carve them off. But like usually the potatoes I get only have like maybe 1 or 2 of those. Also, you shouldn't eat potatoes if they're going green. I don't know if anyone needs to know that. If you hold up potatoes when they're put under a light will start to go green. I can't remember why. Some selenium or something like this or whatever. I don't know what it is. If you see a green tint to your potatoes, what you should do is that you should take a knife and you should cut off a little bit of the skin, and you should see how green the flesh is underneath. And if it's very visibly green, it's poison, and you need to get rid of all the fucking skin and cut off all the green parts. Like, you might be fine, I don't know, but like, yeah, it can happen pretty quickly too. If I have potatoes and I don't put them away and I keep them on my kitchen table, which is directly under a light that I don't turn off, they'll go green in days, man. Salmonella protection. Unlike in the US, chickens in Europe are largely vaccinated against salmonella, removing the need for washing. It's on the internet, so Joe, so it's gotta be true. Canada also vaccinates their chickens. We're not talking about salmonella chatter. We're talking about the fact that after the egg is pushed out of the chicken, when they birth the egg, in Europe, they don't clean it. It's got nothing to do with salmonella. They don't clean the eggs. They just take them and they just sell them. In America and Canada, they wash them. And because they wash them, they're cleaner, but it also removes a protective layer that the eggs have in the washing, which means that now the eggs have to be refrigerated. And that's why you can buy unrefrigerated eggs in Europe. My understanding is that Europe, they're not allowed to wash their eggs. Like you guys don't do that. Maybe there's some countries in Europe is a big place. Maybe there's some countries in Europe where they do wash their eggs. I don't know. But if you buy eggs at the store and it's not in a refrigerator, you are buying unwashed eggs. Is that why American eggs are white? No. I mean, just wash your food in general. You shouldn't really wash meat. I don't think you should wash meat. If you do, then that's great, but I don't think you should wash it. Some people are so heated about this. Yeah, because it's become a Europe versus America thing. And a lot of Europeans are really insecure and self-conscious. This man believes that European supermarkets sell eggs covered in shit. You literally do. Like, it might not be visible shit. If it is visible shit, that's probably uncommon. But you literally do. Like, it's not, like... Okay, do you know when you go to the bathroom, right? If you, after you use the toilet, and you go to the sink, if you don't use soap, you haven't washed your hands. Do you understand this? It's the same thing here. Like, if the eggs aren't washed to a standard that is removing like the bacteria and stuff like that, then like it's still on there, you just can't see it. Europeans have bidet, but not for their eggs. Neither of us are free from sin. Store-bought eggs are washed in the EU. It's usually only ones if you buy directly from the farms. My understanding is that it's not. I'm pretty sure I watched more than one video about it that said it's actually illegal for them to wash eggs in Europe. Maybe it's most of Europe. So again, if you're going to the grocery store and the eggs aren't in a refrigerator, they're not washed. Your understanding is just wrong, dude. Okay. All right. Chat, we're not even discussing this qualitatively right now. Like, there are advantages to not washing the eggs. It means that they keep longer and you don't have to put them in a refrigerator. Like, long term, it might even be safer not to wash them because it means that bacteria or whatever can't penetrate into the egg and rot them from the inside. Like you also don't have to have, like, keep a lot of space in the refrigerator. Like this isn't even a qualitative judgment. It might be superior to do this. There are pros and cons to both. And yet, we're just... Like, for whatever reason, there's this fixation on being like, well, no, washing must clearly be better. Therefore, that's the better option. Europe must do it because Europe is the best place in the whole entire world and definitely better than stinky America. Whereas, like, you're just completely fucking wrong. Like, like wrong on just so many ways at the same time. Same with the chatter that was like, oh, Europe must have better water standards, therefore it must be fine for me to drink warm water from the tap that's been sitting in the water boiler. We just don't have Legionnaire's disease over here. Like, that's just something that we don't have. It's like, what the fuck are you you just assume that it's just better over there, that there's better quality standards, whereas this is not something that's like up for debate or is even possible. You know what I mean? It's like, in this case, it's that there are pros and cons to each. In the other case, it's like you're just asking for like this impossible thing that's just magic. I live in the meme image of Utopia. Yeah, oh, did someone say Utopia? Holy shit, 1 second. European American streamers have no idea what fantasy characters go through. What's my favorite book? Oh, that's easy. Gotta be Utopia by Thomas More. Seriously, you never read the book Utopia by Thomas More? It's only one of the best books ever written. Oh, nothing library looks good. Well, as a matter of fact, I just happen to have a copy of Thomas More's hit 1516 book Utopia here as a paperback. Let me just get out. Let's read. It's clear by now that if Joe would have voted for leave, that Joe would have voted for leave if he lived in the UK during Brexit votes. He hates Europe, probably out of jealousy out of our superior eggs and water. Brexit means Brexit, exactly. Hey Joe, after the egg debacle on Friday, I plan to try out your method the next morning. Anyway, the egg slipped out of my hand and shattered on the floor. I'm eggery now. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. Oh, for fuck's sake. No! Thank you, Hydra, for the 20 months. Y'all just don't eat your eggs straight from the cartridge? What? I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. Now there is someone who washes her eggs. Thank you, Guaton? Hey Joe, just want to say that I tried the egg dropping thing with 4 eggs and every single one bursted open and left a mess in my kitchen. Maybe my eggs aren't European though. Did it really? Are you dropping them from too high a height? Were you putting some spin on them? Like, what were you doing? Like genuinely, I've cracked like 24 eggs with this method now, just dropping them from about maybe like around a foot high onto a plate. Maybe go a little lower than that, maybe? I don't know. And yeah, it just worked fine, yeah. You're counting the eggs you're cracking? No, I've made 2 batches of a whole 12 eggs at once. That's how I just know it was 24. Thank you, Hugs and Misses, for the 63 months. Hey, Joe, I'm still on the egg talk from last week's Pathologic. I tried your so-called egg trick, and there's egg everywhere. The kid's crying out, thanks a brunch. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I've cracked... Is it just that Canadian eggs have thicker shells or something? I have cracked so many eggs with this method, and it has never done me harm. It was an EER, to be honest. I feel like the washing of the eggs that happens over here, if anything, would weaken the egg. It wouldn't make the egg stronger, right? So wouldn't European eggs do better with this method? Oh no. I'll have you know my coworker unrelatedly has talked about the same egg dropping method just yesterday. Wild that. Maybe it was going, maybe we made some movement happen in the old Algo and someone got promoted. Of course not, though. We're irrelevant here. I tried this 2 days ago. It works, but it was really uncomfortable hearing my dad say, why are you not breaking the eggs the normal way? What is normal, really? What is normal, really? Can you please do a video showcasing the egg strat so we can overanalyze it and create 11-hour essay about it? Maybe one day, sure. By Drunkov, good bit. Swoosh. Is that Monokuma Dragon? Crack, sploosh, boom, squelch, shatter? I'm so psychotic and insane. What? Why are you like this? Your eggs are... Oh, it's the egg bit. Why are you like this? Your eggs are inefficient and make no sense. You were made to serve the superior species, real dragons. You haven't truly lived a life until you drop an egg from 1 feet high on the plate and it cracks and no eggshells get inside and you like, holy shit, it worked. Exactly. It's a great experience. Guy who dressed up as Joms one time. I agree. See? Yeah. Sponsored by Big Dronkov. Here we are. It's a great experience. Maybe go a little lower than 1 foot the first time and see. Remember, follow the instructions. It is dropping, not throwing. You let gravity do the work, because then it's consistent. By Bucket, the amazing Clara. No way. Are you an idiot? You will end up with a mess. You should leave this task to hands with precision, unless you want to pick up the shards left behind. Well, unlike you two, I can perform miracles. Clever Clog's line. Is it gonna happen? Now watch me crack this egg open without a drop left behind. Clara really can do miracles. Fifi defeat Vessel with Humpty-kun? I can't remember how long it's been since he let me go. His powerful hand closed around my whole body. My weight swept up in him. I thought I was flying. I must have been a foot off the ground when he released me, lurching, shuddering towards the plate. And then I hit it. I hear the crack before I feel it. My soft innards unspooling onto the cold ceramic. No, that's not true. But this is just where he wants me. Every inch of me exposed to him. My defenses washed clean and all my insides out. It's thrilling, intoxicating. Dexterously, his fingers pick apart my shell, leaving me bare. I can feel his hunger and I want to sate it. I want him to devour me. Ooh. Speaking of unbearable, I have 2 things that I need to say, all right? First thing is, I did some meal prep on the weekend, and I dropped an egg onto a plate from a foot high, and it shattered and went everywhere, all right? So, let's discuss, okay? Let's see what happened, okay? So, I have cracked 24 eggs with this method before, and on the 25th, it shattered everywhere, okay? And I need to paint a word picture for you. If you were looking through the window of my kitchen when that happened, first of all, you'd be like, holy shit, how does this man live like this? The fucking squalor that's on display right here. My apartment is so messy right now. Like, however messy you think it is, it's like there's dog hair all over the floor. It is way messier than you think, okay? Like, at least dial up the messiness by 3-4 times, okay? It is such a messy apartment right now, okay? Anyway, so if you were looking through the apartment window, you would see a 40-year-old man take an egg from the carton, put it above a plate, consider, drop it, and then see it splatter, and then just burst out laughing. Just full on, just... He's cracked. Yeah, it's cracked. It's cracked. Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened, okay? I think that the 24 times I dropped an egg this method and it was fine, I let the eggs sit on the counter while I did a bunch of the meal prep. I got all my ingredients out and I put them all out, and then because I was making sure I had all of it because it was the first 2 times I ever done the meal prep. So I did it all like that, right? And the eggs were sitting on the counter pretty much the whole entire time for like maybe, I don't know, like half an hour, I don't know, around that time, okay? So I think that what happened is that the eggs are colder and brittle, they're more fragile, but not that fragile if you take them right out of the fridge and drop them, because this time I took it right out of the fridge and I dropped it, and it completely... And it went horrifically wrong. So if you're gonna drop it straight out of the fridge, I would say maybe 6 inches. Maybe go half and see how it goes. Okay? I don't know. Now you have to chart different drop distances for different temperatures, like you're in the damn Seki Mea. But apart from that, okay, so here's the tech with the egg thing, okay? Either Zorgrok sent me a video on Dragon's Den and drop them vertically. You're supposed to drop them horizontally. Okay, so if you drop them, you can either go a little higher and you want them to break in cleanly in half, but then you will get a little bit of egg residue. It will leak a little bit onto the counter or the plate, and you will dirty a plate this way, but the membrane stays intact, so you'll be fine. If you drop it a little lower, then it should just crack a little bit, like get a dent, and then you can just put your thumb in and just open it up like that. Yeah. The orientation was explicitly instructed. I know, right? I know. I don't have the egg on OBS anymore. Bowling for eggs, yeah. Have you considered cracking it like a normal human? What's cracking an egg? It's just cracking an egg. It seems that most people crack an egg by hitting it on a flat surface. So this is just the exact same way that most people crack the egg, it's just that you're dropping it instead of holding it in your hand. Secondly, there's a second thing I would like to admit that I was wrong about. Okay, I was wrong about the egg thing. Not straight from the fridge, and not that high. Okay. Second thing I want to admit that I'm wrong about is much like Katy Perry. I put Snakebite in my deck, and I liked it. Egg. All right, so Zorgrox, you do this part here. This part. Okay, this part lands on the flat surface. Not this part. This is the butt of the egg. This is the head. You go on the sides. Your thumb goes here, finger goes here, or vice versa, and then it drops here. That's a sturdy egg. People mostly eat unfertilized eggs. This is an empty illusion of possible life. So true. So having no information about this whatsoever, how do oysters make pearls? Why do they want them? Is that just like their poop? Is it like they're feeders that just suck in stuff, right? And is it like they collect a bunch of debris and then it just coalesces into the pearl? It's their equivalent of a kidney stone. Okay, do they ever let it go? Like, if it gets big enough, do they just like boom? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It gets stuck and they coat it to help it slip out. Are they happy when the pearl like goes away? It's like pus. The irritant is covered in pearl mass to stop irritating the oyster. Wait, what? What stupid fucking creatures? Almost as dumb as chickens. Oh man, what do they exist for? Pearls are pretty though. Okay, sometimes the streamer is wrong, sometimes the chat is wrong. If I was to make a top 10 video on YouTube about all the times that chat has been the most wrong, I think number 1 would be a handful of chatters saying that it would be more lethal to get shot in the leg than to get shot in the chest, right? Like that has to be number one. The most that chat has ever been wrong is who the fuck said that? A couple chatters during Life is Strange one stream said they'd be worse to get shot in the leg than in the torso. Yeah, I am leg shot. Yeah, we said that too. Some of them might have been joking, but I think some of them were serious. Yeah. Number two, most chat has ever been wrong is obviously the cliff scene in Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Absolutely, yeah, yep. Most I've ever been wrong has been the dropping an egg from a foot straight from the fridge. Yeah, absolutely. Number two, snake bite. Snake bite is a great card. And that's it. Those are the only times I've ever been wrong. Thank you, Mew Draco, for the 44 months as well. Hey, Joe and chat. Hope you're doing well as always. Please, more egg discourse. I think the egg discourse has run its course. We cracked it for sure. I'd like to go to Montreal. Thank you, Faux Ryan, for the 42 months. Hi, Joe. I'd like to use my recent message to revive an old bit and say that as an actual professional, European eggs are not washed. I don't know what Chad was on about. They can be rinsed, though, which is what they do in industrial egg farms to make the eggs more appealing. Usually, the more shit covered the egg is, the better it is. I lay eggs now. I'm a Henry. Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Faux Ryan. This is an old bit now? Okay, now crack an egg into the mixture. All right, drop it on a plate. Crap, I got some shells in there. Yeah, that's why you drop it, damn it, Mikey. Let me fish them out. Yeah, I thought you said we need a cup of baking powder. I did. Ever get like a little shard of shell is stuck at the bottom of the egg and you put your finger in to get it out and then you're like, okay, I'm getting it, it's coming out. And then at the very last second, it slips off your finger and goes down with the rest of the fucking egg like, it's so fucking aggravating. And then you have to like fucking put your finger in and like pinch it against the bowl so you have pressure on it, scrape it up. I fucking hate that, bro. So annoying.